Hi, I'm James and welcome to another unboxing review. Today I've ordered a mystery package from Mythforged. Now they have a deal where you get 4 random figures for £10 plus postage. We're going to see if that was worthwhile. All I've done so far is I've removed the address label and I managed to identify it by what was on the box. So let's actually open the box and see what's inside. So what have we got? Hi James, thanks so much for your order. Hope you like these mystery miniatures, Steve, and the Instagram link. Okay, I like that. It's a nice little personal touch. So let's have a look what we've got. Quite excited actually, 'cause it's nice to not know what you're getting. Lots of cling film. Start off with, what I'll do is I'll unbox these and then we'll actually do some close-up shots of them as well. So what have we got? Very characterful there. What looks like a goblin in a gas mask with gas grenades. Okay, it's a lovely little personality type figure. Quite like that one. Okay, so let's try the next one. This one feels a bit bigger. Definitely a bit bigger, this figure. Now it's worth knowing that Steve at Mythforged didn't know I was going to review these, so there won't be any special favours or anything for this. I don't tend to mention if it's a mystery gift or something like that. But we've definitely got a bigger figure here. Let's have a look what we've got. Okay, this one's going to need a bit of assembly by the look of it. And we've got some sort of reptile creature, complete with a rather large two-handed mace. Okay, that looks quite nice. I quite like that one. Again, that's a nice, very characterful figure, and we've even got a little base for it to go on as well. Okay, that looks like it'll slot nicely in. Oh, that's it. That's staying nice and stable. I haven't glued it yet, and I'll have to, but you can get a good feel for it there. That's quite a nice big figure. So what have we got in the next one? Definitely a villain set, this one, I think. It's quite a soft plastic. It's a bit like the Warlord type figures with the softer plastic. What have we got? I've got another small figure. And we've got a dwarf with a crossbow. Nicely detailed. I quite like that. Bareheaded. That's a nice touch. Now, if you're my sort of era, I'm sure that belt almost looks like 58 pattern web and kidney pouches. Renaissance type sleeves over the chain, studded leather kilt. Yeah, quite. You can see there, you know, it is quite a soft, malleable one. It doesn't move very much, and it feels as if there's a bit of the residue used to remove it from the mould on there. So a quick wash will sort that out. I quite like that one. And what have I got as the last figure then? So it's quite an anticipation going through these, but like kid on Christmas morning. Oh, we've got multiple parts. What have we got? Yeah, I think this one's definitely a villain as well. It's the bone armour that gives me the clue, complete with the cloak being blown right out to the side. Little base to stand it on, although I'm going to struggle, I think, to get that on the base. What have we got there? We've got a shield. Yeah. Double-headed skull on the shield kind of implies that that's a villain's, and then we've got a rather wicked looking sword to go there. Okay, yeah, definitely a dramatic pose. Villains are always so lucky, aren't they, getting the wind going just the way they want it when it's time to do this. Yeah, I'd be very careful sitting down in that armour with that groin piece. I think that could be very painful. I'm guessing that's probably a vampire. I could see that working well in red armour. I can see that working quite nicely. It's a lovely billowing cloak, massive Ming the Merciless type horns coming out the back there. Again, very impractical armour. Be very careful moving around in this. The odds on hitting yourself with some of it is quite high. So that's what I've got for the £10. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fix them together and then what I'll do is get some photos of them assembled and you can have a look at them in close-up. So let's have a look what we've got. We've got our first one, the Goblin. I suppose that reminds me a little bit of a Magic the Gathering Goblin Suicide Bomber. Nice touches with that. It's the mask. I do love the mask. I think that's quite good. He's got little files on his belt. There's lovely detail. It's cartoony, but that's not a negative with it. I think it's actually very, very nice. Yeah, that's quite a nice little figure. I'm definitely going to use that, probably in the lighter hearted games, I think. But yeah, good start. Let's go on to the next figure. So next figure we've got is the dwarf with the rather large crossbow, I've realised now, but it's not exactly something that you wouldn't see in the game. You can see there those rear pouches, like I said, remind me very much of the 58 webbing. I like the hair detail and beard detail are nice. It's certainly a nice figure, and I can see that as a very World of Warcraft type figure. I think it's that sort of style of dwarf. So yep, that's going to work quite nicely. I'm quite keen on that one as well. So third figure we've got is the vampire. I've not fixed him to the base yet. I think I'm going to paint those up separately and then put them on. It's lovely and characterful. I like the Nosferatu style look. The armour reminds me very much of Coppola's idea of Dracula. You can see there's a few little bits of flash on there, but there's nothing that's going to take any effort to clean up. The parts went together really well. I've used super glue and they stuck together first time and have stayed together. So could have done that one, I suppose, painted it up first, then attached the arm, but I don't think that's going to be too hard to get to, and also means that you can actually see it, how it looks, without me having to worry about painting it first. I'd rather you see them as they are. So I quite like that figure. I do think I'm going to struggle to fit it on the base. I might look for a slightly larger base for that. But yeah, lovely figure, great general, great boss character in an RPG. So the last figure, I'm not quite sure what it is. Could be something like a dragonborn without wings. Could be used as a giant lizard, I'm not sure. I've just put this one on the base. I haven't actually fixed it to it yet. Again, it's super glued the arms on real easily, but then again they fitted that well that they actually probably didn't need the super glue. You saw it fitted together. It's a very action pose, isn't it? Again, you've got the traditional sort of clothes swirling in the wind. You've got some nice spiked armour and spikes on the actual creature itself. The weapon looks very mashed together. It's a wooden haft. You can see the grain on it. You can see the rope that's been used to tie the top on. And it looks very much like something that's almost been hammered into the top, forming the mace head, and looking at it they are very irregular, so it is a lovely little example of let's put together some quite nice effect with that. So yeah, another massive success. Probably a gang leader, something like that will make a nice encounter. I can see me using that with my lizard men, making that sort of the boss. I could even use it potentially, I suppose, as a deep one for Call of Cthulhu. That might work quite nicely. So yeah, another brilliant figure. Let's put them all together. So there we go, the full set. £10 for 4 figures. That's not bad if you think that's working out as £2.50 each plus a little bit of postage. I like the style. I think it's very much heroic 28mm, but nicely proportioned. Certain degree of silliness with the goblin. I don't really have an issue with that one. We've got the lovely lizard type creature, we've got the dwarven hero, and we've got that vampire. So that's a really nice mix. I'm probably going to have to create scenarios that would feature some of those, because they wouldn't necessarily be something I'd use. But yeah, in my eyes, well worth the money, and a real bargain. So thanks for that, Steve, and I will no doubt be ordering some more off you soon. If anybody's got any figures they do want me to review, please drop me a line. I'm quite happy to have a look at anything. I promise you'll get an honest review. I can't guarantee I'll like them, but in this case, completely unsolicited, because I bought this after seeing an advert. I can't recommend them enough. If it would be worth a look through their catalogue, see what they have, and if there's something you think you can use, then I would go for it. They are beautiful figures. So, see you soon for another review.